Red Bull driver and four-time world champion Max Verstappen's future at both Red Bull and in the sport have been the cause of speculation in recent times. Even though he has a contract with Red Bull until the end of 2028, there are suggestions out there that he might leave Red Bull or even F1 soon. Let's take a look at what the reality is. Namaste. Welcome to the Good Formula. I am Jino. Let's talk about it. Will Max Verstappen leave Red Bull/F1? It all started with some comments Max made during the Qatar GP weekend to PA. My contract runs until 2028, but it will depend on the new rules in 2026 and if they are nice and fun. If they are not fun, then I don't see myself hanging around. Winning 7 titles is not on my mind. I know that there are 3 more years after this one, so it could be possible, but it is not something I need to do before I leave the sport. I can leave the sport easily tomorrow. That last statement is particularly telling. No driver would probably make a statement like that unless their contract included an ironclad exit clause. It feels like Max Verstappen can easily leave if Red Bull weren't able to give him a competitive car. There are those who feel that Max would use the alleged exit clause to sign with another team, but there are two big problems with that. First is that he himself has made no claims of wanting to win with another team. He also has made it clear that he hasn't set himself a target to win a certain number of championships. In fact, whenever he has talked about leaving Red Bull, he has almost always immediately followed it up with what he would do, and it has always been about pursuits outside F1. I have a lot of other passions, other racing categories. I want to spend more time with the family and live off my own schedule. And in my mind, I know if I close the chapter, it is closed. I don't see myself stopping and coming back. Once I stop, I really stop. All this feels like an indirect way of saying that it is Red Bull or retirement for him. It is worth noting that you never say never in F1, and stranger driver moves have taken place throughout the history of the sport. But that is where the second problem comes in. Most teams on the grid would gladly take Max on board, but what they wouldn't be able to do is give him the near autonomous treatment he gets at Red Bull. From the very beginning, he has been the darling of the Red Bull team, and multiple former teammates like Alex Albon or Sergio Perez have hinted in the past that the Red Bull cars have been atrocious for them to drive because they are designed from the ground up to suit Verstappen's very specific style of driving, where he likes a sharp front end. No other team would comply to his requirements to such a degree. Aston Martin has been rumored to be a top contender when it comes to wooing Max, but even there, Max will have to make some compromises to accommodate Lance Stroll, who seems to have a lifetime driver pass at Aston Martin. Red Bull themselves are quite confident that Max will stay with them, or at the very least not sign with anyone else before retiring. Red Bull CEO Oliver Mintzlaff, while speaking to The Telegraph, explained, "What is important to say is that I'm not afraid of any performance clause in his contract. What is most important for an athlete is to see that everyone in the team gives everything for him. And I think Max has been impressed by the way the results and the atmosphere in the team have turned this year. Of course, Max always wants to win and have the best car possible, but so do we. As long as Max feels we are working on that and doing everything we can, I think he will stay loyal to us. I feel there is a huge mutual appreciation and loyalty. For me, there is no doubt that Max Verstappen will end his career at Red Bull. This, in many ways, confirms that Max Verstappen's current contract does have a performance clause and the ball is pretty much in Max's court. Together, all these signs point to two possibilities. Red Bull somehow ace the new regulations or get close enough to give Max a half-decent car. He is able to fight regularly for wins and championships and thus finds the sport interesting enough and stays for the foreseeable future. Or the Red Bull car turns out to be a dud and Max just leaves, leading to years of speculations and teams desperately trying to bring him back. Either way, this adds another layer of intrigue to the 2026 season, and as a fan, I can't wait to see how this unfolds. Rapid rundown. Cadillac's Sergio Perez revealed that McLaren was very tough because my career was just getting started at the time. It was my second year, and that was when I had the chance to sign with three different teams, three big teams. So, in your second season, you think you're going to dominate F1, you make a decision, and then you realize you made the wrong one. Ferrari's Lewis Hamilton revealed that his stepmom makes the best like crispy potatoes and gravy. It's basically a Sunday roast, just mostly with vegetables. Then there's a good dessert, like a proper cheesecake or a carrot cake. Afterwards, lots of candy, lots of sweets. I love eating all of that on Christmas Day. Teammate Charles Leclerc explained that's why I love our sport so much. It's the emotions. No matter how much you want to beat your opponents, to see someone's face as happy as Lando's is something that is beautiful to see. It's the ultimate dream for every one of us on this grid. He's been fulfilling it this year, and I'm very happy for him. He deserves it. If you have stuck around till the end, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Have a great day. Bye bye.